Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Right at the outset, I must thank every one of you for having subscribed to my channel and for also giving me ideas on videos that I should make and send out to you. The last one was advice at the start of a session for students. I got a message from one of the teachers who said, "Ma'am, what about the teachers? Can we get some advice at the start of the session too?" So this video goes out to all the teachers, existing and aspiring to be excellent teachers, advice to you at the start of the academic session. There are 2 points that we must keep in mind as teachers. On your screen is a tandem bicycle, and as parents and teachers, we are both riding a tandem bicycle. There are times when the teachers would be in the front seat guiding the course of action to be taken, and then roles could be reversed where we have parents on the front seat. The important thing to remember is that we both have to pedal in synchronized fashion. If either one of us loses our beat, we are going to not reach our goal, and our goal is a common one, the overall development of the child. So keep in mind the fact that as teachers and parents, we are equally responsible for the child being the best version of himself each passing day. And the second thing that I need teachers to keep in mind is the quotation that's on your screen right now. What a teacher writes on the chalkboard of life can never be erased. I'm sure each one of us has got examples in our own lives where the teacher has left an impression in our lives that is still existing. I'm sure that you recognize this photograph. It's that of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, who was a lawyer, a politician, and a statesman who is often quoted even till date. To his credit is the fact that he abolished slavery. He served as the president from 1861 to 1865, which is when he was assassinated. A towering personality at 6 feet 4 inches in height, and then when he used to wear the top hat, he was indeed a force to be reckoned with. This politician, when his young son started going to school, wrote a letter to his son's teacher, requesting the teacher to help him accomplish certain things for his child. In the next slides, I will read with you Abraham Lincoln's letter to his son's teacher. Let's read together. My son starts school today. It's all going to be strange and new to him for a while, and I wish you would treat him gently. He will have to learn, I know, that all men are not just, all men are not true, but teach him also that for every scoundrel there is a hero, that for every selfish politician there is a dedicated leader. Teach him that for every enemy there is a friend. Teach him, if you can, that $1 earned is of far more value than 5 found. Teach him to learn to lose and also to enjoy winning. Steer him away from envy, if you can. Teach him the secret of quiet laughter. Teach him, if you can, the wonder of a book. But also give him quiet time to ponder the eternal mystery of birds in the sky, bees in the sun, and flowers on a green hillside. In school, teach him it is far more honorable to fail than to cheat. Teach him to be gentle with gentle people and tough with the tough. Teach him to have faith in his own ideas, even if everyone tells him they are wrong. Teach him to listen to all men, but teach him also to filter all he hears on a screen of truth and take only the good that comes through. Teach him, if you can, how to laugh when he is sad. Teach him there is no shame in tears. Teach him to scoff at cynics and to beware of too much sweetness. Teach him to sell his brawn and brain to the highest bidders, but never to put a price tag upon his heart and soul. Teach him to close his ears to a howling mob and to stand and fight if he thinks he is right. Treat him gently, but do not coddle him, because only the test of fire makes fine steel. Let him have the courage to be impatient. Let him have the patience to be brave. Teach him always to have sublime faith in himself, because then he will have sublime faith in mankind. This is a big order, but see what you can do. He is such a fine little fellow, my son. Ladies and gentlemen, the line that resounds with me is the last one. This is a big order, but see what you can do. He's such a fine little fellow, my son. The president of a country writing to his son's teacher with this long list of things that he expects the teachers to do. You teachers shape the future of this nation. You teachers shape the essential value of humankind, and that is the spirit that you must carry with you at all times when you are in the class. Your position, ladies and gentlemen, can never be undermined. There are two professions which I feel will never be lacking for opportunities. One is that of doctors and the second is that of teachers, because children will always be born and the people will need to be treated. But children will always need to be taught, and no amount of technology can replace the essential role played by a teacher. What also leaves a striking note with me is that while for us teachers, there are 30 to 40 children in a class, for a parent, it's only that one child, and that one child is most important to them. The role of a teacher goes far beyond that of teaching what is in the textbook. Today's generation is one where they have knowledge available on demand. All it takes is the click of a button. Yet I sincerely feel that the real role of a teacher can never be replaced by technology. Our aim must be to recognize that each child is unique. Each child has his own pace of learning, and each child has something special within him which we must nurture so that it empowers him to be the best version of himself each passing day. I believe with all my heart that it is the teachers who shape the destiny of a nation. In the 35 to 40 minutes that you have in the classroom, you can change the attitude a child has towards life. If you feel that this is a tall order and that is too much of expectation, let me prove to you by the next couple of slides what a difference you teachers make. A lot of teachers often tell me that the role of parenting seems to be now shared by the teachers as well. And I couldn't agree with you more. I've just put up on the screen the time schedule of a child. In 24 hours, a child spends approximately 8 hours in sleeping. Hygiene routines, food and commuting take an hour each. Maybe play and recreation takes a couple of hours. And home work or own time work is about an hour. 7 hours is what the child spends in school. This totals up to 21 hours. How much time is left for the parents to actually parent a child, provided the parents are home when the child has these 3 hours? Just 3 hours left for him to be taught the essential values of life. Since a major chunk of time is being spent in school, 7 hours, it is our responsibility to ensure that the children are becoming essentially good human beings first. Academics, academic achievement, marks, they all come second. Do you remember this period? The time of COVID, where we called the doctors and nurses Corona warriors, but I call the teachers Corona angels. And this is how you came and you rose to the occasion by coming online to take classes for the children online. This is regardless of the fact that you also had problems at home. And in your home environments, you created a makeshift classroom. And these children who willingly came to the screen to learn from you, looked at you, and despite all your problems, you smiled for them. And you had enthusiasm and josh so that the children could tide over this time, just like an angel helps those in need to tide over tough times. You were Corona angels. That is the feeling, that is the josh, that is the determination that you need to have at the start of every academic session. If you could do it then, I'm sure that you can do it now. You must have that same determination and enthusiasm. And here is a 10-point advice that I can share with you at the start of the academic session. Remember, for you it's the same class, but for the students it's a new class, it's a new teacher, it's a new world opening up for them, and they are eager and enthusiastic to learn. You must match that enthusiasm in your pedagogical delivery. You must bring the class to life with joyful and experiential learning. Implement strategies in the classroom that will make your students responsible, accountable, and focused. You can do this by having a plethora of activities that are being conducted. Along with your teachers, collaborate. Share with your peers. Each one of us has ideas that we use in our teaching that are effective. It's brilliant to share with your fellow teachers so that they can implement the same magic in their rooms as you have done in yours. Prepare for the lesson, no matter how many times you've taught it before. Well prepared is well begun. Remember that always. And start the period with a 2 to 3 minute activity. Something that can generate and spark the interest of the children. It could be in the form of a circle time discussion involving the whole class. It could be a table discussion. It could be a group discussion. Anything that you can think of that can actually ignite the interest of the children for the period ahead. Ensure that there is no child left behind. And in case a child is lagging, make sure that you have found time during the day or during the week to help the child out. And relate learning to life. That is all what experiential learning is all about. When each chapter is intended for the student to be empowered to go on in life, then how is it possible that we cannot teach the children experientially? And the last but the most important point for me, for you to remember, is to have fun in the class. When as a teacher you smile at a class, you're instantly responded by 30 to 40 smiles. What could be better than that? It is you teachers who determine the environment and atmosphere of a class. Let's make sure that learning is fun while it is effective. Ladies and gentlemen, the existing teachers and those aspiring to be teachers, I am sure you're going to do a wonderful job in this new academic session. The students come to us with outstretched arms. They are seeking, they are searching, they are wanting to learn. Let us look within ourselves to find that compassion, that enthusiasm, and that determination that we are going to do our best to make learning joyful and effective for our students. Let us make sure that our period is the one that the students most eagerly look forward to. If each one of us aims for that, the school is going to be one incredible learning place. I wish you all the best for the academic session, and I look forward to you not only subscribing to the channel, but also sending me ideas for further videos to follow. All the very best, and thank you once again.